Do you have a toilet that's constantly trying to fill up in the tank? A good possibility is the flapper valve. So what I'm going to do, we'll take the flapper out, we'll inspect it, and I'll show you what's wrong with it. So we're just going to go ahead and shut off the water. Now you can leave the water on if you want, if you're having a problem with your valve. It's not a big deal, you're not losing a ton of water. So we're just going to flush it. And disconnect our chain from the trip lever. And then on this one, I'm just going to push my fingers behind because it's hard plastic, and there we go. Okay, so here's the old flapper. If you look at the facing of it, right here, the seal is, there's a couple bubbles in it, and that's actually not allowing it to come down on the flush valve and seal properly. Okay, what we're going to be using is a Korky 3-inch universal flapper because this toilet requires that. This is this particular toilet comes from Lowe's. It's their store brand. It's called Aqua. On the back of the package, they have changed Aqua to Project Source. So that name has changed. If you got an older toilet that says Aqua, it's now Project Source. And right on this, it says we're going to dial, which I'll show you, the opening up to 5. And on the side of it, there's a dial. It's right here. It's got a little arrow on it. And it's actually pointing to numbers that are on this hard cone. So what we'll do is we're going to actually just move that dial to number 5. I know you can't see it, but it's right there. So now that this flapper is dialed to 5, and what that's doing is it's adjusting the openings on how much air it's going to get, and before it closes back down. It's something you just go ahead and put it on whatever number it is, and that should take care of it. So we're just going to slip those over the 2 ears on the flush valve. Let that fall down. Now we're going to adjust our chain. Now this is too long, so I'm just going to unclip the keeper, and I'm going to just kind of stretch that chain so it's just barely kind of just hanging loosely. I'm going to clip it 2 lengths below the end of the trip arm. So this is the trip arm. So I'm going to go ahead and just clip that back in. Right now we just have that chain just kind of dangling right off the top of the flapper valve. And what that is, if you get it too tight, it'll keep that flapper open, and you don't want that. So now we have this extra chain here that's on this. So I'm just going to unclip that. I'm going to loop this extra chain back into the keeper. There we go, just like that. Now I'm going to clip that back on. So we have this chain it's not down, hanging down, because sometimes if it hangs down too far, it'll find its way under the flapper and keep that flapper open from stopping up. So now I'm just going to go ahead and turn the water back on. I'm going to hit the trip lever. Just make sure we have one solid flush. And we do. So that dial on there was correct on this toilet. So we'll go ahead and call it good and be done with this. Okay.